Alright, so as we've all seen and heard, about a week ago, Riot made a statement saying that they laid off about half of their employees, right? Now, you're probably thinking, why didn't I make a video? I wanted to wait until they released a statement about this, and they did. But for those of you that haven't heard about this, or this is your first time hearing about 2xKO, let's just cover real briefly what happened, right? So, one of the Cannon brothers made a statement about how, after a lot of discussion and reflection, they're reducing the size of the 2xKO team. Okay, of course, the decision wasn't made lightly. Layoffs happen, especially after a product has been released, at least when it comes to a live service game. Pretty normal for people to get laid off. Like it happened to Marvel Rivals, right? Just recent example. Now, the big issue isn't so much that they laid off 80 people. Yes, them losing their job sucks. But after this, in the same article, they go to say, the game has resonated with the passionate core audience, but overall momentum hasn't reached the level needed to support a team of this size long term. This is the scary verbiage that they use, along with, hey, we're cutting off half of our team. If you're wondering where I got that number from, PC Gamer released their own article, basically going over everything that I'm talking about, but the new important information is roughly 80 employees are being let go as Riot's long-awaited fighting game fails to catch fire. That's fair, There's a lot of things that went wrong that you could point out. It's just not one small little thing, like the name has nothing to do with League. It's probably their biggest issue. Could they rebrand or rechange the name at this point? Maybe? But the crazy thing is, from this article and, it being posted to Twitter, this is how a bunch of people found out the game existed. So you gotta imagine the marketing wasn't as strong as one could hope. They go on to say that they're still gonna finish their plans for this year's competitive season. The Evos and whatever else is in between that, all the regionals are still gonna go down. That hasn't been changed. They do go to say that if there's any other jobs within the company, they'll move the Riot is over, which is pretty cool. They're getting a 6-month severance. That's dope, gives you time to find another job if you don't get moved within the company. Still sucks though, but somebody who isn't really in these kind of industries or companies, I hear this is amazing. Even if you get laid off, like 6 months is crazy, so that's great to have, Sucks what happens, but at least you're getting something. If you expected me to sit here and tell you all the reasons this game is having its issues, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about what comes next. 80 people, if that's how many are still left on the team, that's a lot of people for a game, post-game launch. So a lot of these people dooming and glooming, I get it, but the fact that there's an update camp for this, 80 people still left on the team, a lot of core members still left there, like I think downsizing will help them focus on a lot of things. I don't know how 160 people on a, do you even want to say new team would operate? They've been working together. Not everybody's been on the team for 10 years, but like they accumulate people, right? But there's a reason, Street Fighter 6 and Strive operate the way they do, because they already have their blueprint. They already know how to function together as a team, right? Whereas the team on 2X, a lot of them are new. They haven't spent years and years and decades working together to build that repertoire, right? Just that blueprint. So it's a new team, 160 people, ideas flying everywhere. Probably slow down the process a little bit bad to get. But again, I'm not here to tell you my opinions on why this is happening. I just want to move forward and say, hey, they responded, they published something, let's check it out. So the funny thing was, before that even happened, there was actually 2 champs leaked, right? On Reddit a few days ago. Well, 1 champ in the stage. So there's a screenshot. You can see Akali in the back, right? Don't know anything about the character. I know she's a ninja. People have been whining her. Cool, whatever. There's a stage in this stage as well, which belongs to like Senna or something like that. That's their lore. I don't know anything about League. This is all new to me. One of the Riot people that are still on the team, Dragos, responded to it and all but confirming that this is true. Not just like something fan made. So what did Riot do? Or the 2X team, probably Riot. They're like, hey, we're gonna make a Twitter post in a day or two after it went up. Like, okay, cool, you caught us. We put a leak out. Let's talk about what comes next. This is what the video is really all about. What comes next? So as you can clearly see, Akali, right here. Boom. Don't know anything about the character. She looks sick. I hope I enjoy her. I hope you guys like her. Looks a lot cooler than the first character release, Caitlyn. I'll say that much. Alright, so hey everyone, Unconquerable here. We want to give you a quick preview of what's coming from Turk Scale. We have made a video to talk about, we would have made a video, sorry, to talk about this face to face, but the team is heads down and we wanted to chat ASAP. Yeah, they know that the pressure's on. Like, this is crunch time. They know they have to put out a bunch of sick shit, cool shit to attract everybody, or at least, you know, the core fans that they have right now, and bring back the ones that tried it and stopped playing. So their focus. Our team is still fully committed and working on 2x scale, and we're doubling down on building for the FGC that loves this genre. A few weeks ago I mentioned that we're focused on 3 things: dual play, core gameplay, community, and competitive programs. These are still big priorities for us moving forward, and I want to dig into them here. That's cool that they're like, hey, we're gonna make dual play better, we're gonna change the way the game works, and the community and all that stuff. Well, that's great. I just really do hope that they give something to the casuals. Like, dude, put it like a, I don't know, unlimited time events. But like I said, put a game of tag in. I think that could work great in a game like this. Put a roguelite mode. Like Combo Devils is doing that. That's sick. That's dope. Like, just give them something, you know. You could have a roguelike mode where you go on your Ren. For those of you that played roguelikes or roguelites, right? So when you go on your Ren and then you can get invaded by other players, like stop your Ren. And whatever build you get at the end, you could use it to fight other players in this fun game mode. I don't know. It's something cool. It's something fun. They could throw a story mode in there with it, you know. They could do a lot. There's a lot of things they could do. But I'm just one man. If Riot Dev sees this, put it in, bro. I'd play it. But moving on from my crazy ideas. Dual play. It's been amazing to see so many players discover how fun 2x scale with the duo can be. And we want to make that experience more accessible. We've been prototyping a local duo mode experience that will let you and a friend play couch co-op together against the world. We're still finalizing our plans for the future, but it's a top priority and we're working to get it in the game as quick as possible. Yeah, this is insane that this wasn't a day one feature. Let me like make this view better for you guys. This was insane to me that this wasn't on their day one, but better late than never. Core gameplay. We've seen the conversation about what our core gameplay could or should look like in the future, and we want to clear one thing up. We love that 2x scale is fast-paced, allowing your reactions and creativity to shine while providing a ton of depth to dig into. The skill ceiling of this game is high, and that's where it's going to stay. Great. I appreciate them saying, hey, you know, this game can still be hard, right? But I also want them to kind of make like the skill floor easier for newer players, because this game, it's a little difficult. It's definitely convoluted a bit to a new player. It's scary to get into, you know. There's all these mechanics and stuff like that that they throw at you in the tutorial, and you know the average player is like, oh, I'm gonna forget. That's why there's a reason FPS games are so popular. You just point, gun, click. Sometimes you get a headshot and you're like, I did it. I shot him in the head and he went down. You don't really accidentally get a sick combo in a fighting game, you know. There's no instant gratification in a fighting game for the most part, as there is in, you know, other genres, other games. We'll continue making balance changes that hit outliers in the meta while keeping the sauce of every character at a high level. We want every champion to have defined strengths and weaknesses, and right now it's not clear enough across all the cast. Yeah, some of these characters definitely feel lacking even after all their buffs. For sure, you know, Blitzcrank kind of exists in this game. Jinx is getting better through changes, but you know, there's still some things that feel like they're to be desired in their toolkit or the way they operate. While you have, you know, Echo and Yasuo that are just twerking on everybody. Ari breakdance fighting, you know. Warwick he's like up there now with his changes. He's also a menace. Moving on, community and competitive programs. Looking to push how we support 2x tournaments, organizers, and the communities in more ways. Competitive series of 2026 competitive schedule is going strong, and our next challenger event is Genesis. That's actually going on this weekend, which I will do a recap for that. Not as big though, because it's more of a regional. It's not, you know, one of the big events that Riot is supporting, but they're still supporting it. So yeah, I'll make a video talking about that. Tune into the stream. Yeah, I actually have it on the side right here, you know. Community support. Among other things, we're working on a program that will give local TOs access to exclusive in-game pricing, which can't be earned anywhere else. The goal is to give smaller TOs new tools to expand and to reward players for joining their local community. We're testing this with a few locals soon. After that, we'll start taking applications to join the program. My question is this only locals offline, right? But are they only restricting this to offline events? Will online events have this? You know, for those that can't attend locals, maybe give players a reason to try to run a local. Oh, this is sick. This is sick. This is definitely super dope that they're doing this for their locals. I just wondered to what extent they're pushing it to. But no matter which way you look at it, it's good. What we're hearing. We've also seen a few other conversations that we wanted to recognize. No major updates to share on these, but here's a quick recap of what we're hearing. Frank, we're keeping an eye on the edge cases that affect finding fair matches in the races. Yeah, I've definitely fought quite a few people that I would probably like, I don't know, diamond. I'm challenge. I just hit challenger, right? It's not fair for them, but I do understand that, you know, sometimes you can't find somebody close to your skill level, so they probably have a system in place that just tries to find the closest that it can. Don't really know how it works, it's just my guess. The screen tearing. Yeah, PlayStation has really bad screen tearing. From what I've heard, I play on PC. I don't have screen tearing. I fixed that when I did. For those of you on PlayStation, Xbox, no, let me hear it. How bad is it, if any? Yasuo and Echo, these two characters are some of the sauciest in the roster, but we also see that their weaknesses aren't apparent enough at the highest level play. Listen, I have the Yasuo nerfs. Let him not be able to stance cancel any of his rapid slashes. He can't stance cancel a blocked S1, and he can't hop out of forward dash. Boom! Character's much more fair, alright? Echo, let me punch Time Winder, and if he rewinds a special move or his overhead during his install super and uses twice the gauge, boom! Echo, much more bearable as well. I'm just saying, if you agree with my thoughts, let me know in the comments. If you have better ideas, let me know in the comments. But I think these are reasonable to bring them down to other characters' levels. Alright. What's next? Now let's take a look at two upcoming champions in Twitch. So everything here is a work in progress. So yeah, this character looks super dope. I know nothing about League. I have no attachment to these characters except Samira, because she's basically the Tate. So let's check this out. Let me get rid of my cam. You guys don't care about me. Yeah, she has a teleport that looks like it goes full screen. This was sick right here. This was a charge heavy. You charge this right here. It's a partial charge move. So for those of you that hate partial charge, I'm so sorry. You have to partial charge this. Don't get mad at me, dude. I didn't put it in the game. Look at that. He's glowing red. That's how you know it's a partial charge. Or maybe it was fully charged. I don't know. Let me put that at the regular speed. The side switch, just because. Yeah, this character is going to be super annoying because you're just going to call your assist and then you're going to teleport full screen. This is like the Marvel 3 Classic. I knew it was just a matter of time till this was part of the game. I don't know how the teleports work. Maybe she has to stack them. Maybe she has to put a kunai or something on you, tag you to teleport behind you. But that's super cheap. Like, you have to parry the assist, and even then you're probably in a terrible spot. So this character is going to be cheap on day one. But she does look super dope. And let's just watch this in its entirety one more time. Ooh, you whiffed, and then you explode. She gets combo. Oh my god. And to the knockdown. Yeah, character does look sick. I will say that much. A lot of people are complaining about her hair and her pants or whatever, but like, dude, come on. You'll be fine. I'm sure you'll have plenty of skins to fix that issue. So yeah, Akali is the next 2x champion. She's a sharp, stylish ninja who cuts opponents down with deadly precision. Now here's another one, Senna. Know nothing about her, okay? She wields a power of light and shadow, blast enemies with a massive cannon, and rush them down in ray form. So kind of ABBA coded. You know, probably have Chrome show you who ABBA is. He's like okay until she gets her rushdown rage mode. I don't know what they call it in Strive or Plus R. But we got another person with a gun. But I hope it's part of like her rushdown, not a zoner, right? Like, I don't care that she has a gun. We have a bunch of characters with guns in the game, but I just don't want her to be another zoner. You know, we have like 3 or 4 in the game as it is already. I don't think we need another one. But she does look sick. She looks super dope. Nice jump in. She's using her big old gun sword, guntana. I don't know what you call it. The Wraith mode looks super sick. She looks like she's probably gonna be more rushed down when she goes into it or something like that. But yeah, this is the stuff we need. This is this, right? You see this? You see this kind of shit right here? Give me that. Like I just reveal your entire yearly plan characters, bro. Like, look at what Street Fighter does. They're like, here's all these characters. Fatal Fury was like, here's 4 characters, bro. We'll tell you the last 2 later, but here's the first 4. Ooh, Tekken. I don't know if Tekken does that, but like you guys need to do more shit like this so people could be like, yes, that's what we need. This is what we want. Putting this shit out after what happened, that debacle a week ago, people were like, mwah, chef's kiss. This is what we thrive for. This is what we want to see. This is the kind of fun news and shit. Like, people went crazy when this Akali character got announced. Well, leaked. And then officially announced by Riot /2X. So, yeah. Just to give my thoughts on the whole thing. I'm not going to sit here and doom. The team that's left can carry. 80 people seems like a huge-ass team. Post-launch. For a free-to-play game. I will say though, the verbiage that they used through the layoffs about how can't support a team of this size, basically saying it failed to meet their expectations at that level. Yeah, scary. You know, I want the best for the game. I want best for the rest of the people on the team because I like this game. This is a game I'm having the most fun with right now. I'm still gonna keep playing it. I hope you guys play it. I hope you guys get your friends to play it. But just give us more cool shit. Give us more stuff we want. Fix the monetization a little bit, get rid of the rotating shop. Like, there's so many things you could do to bounce back. There's so many things you could do to bounce back and bring it from the clutches of defeat. But I have faith that they're going to keep going strong. We're going to have more past a year. Play the game. Have fun. Twitch KO is so much fun, but you don't got a bitch in your ear telling you it's bad. Or that it's going to go sunset. The game's sick. Dope. Have fun with it. New characters got announced. Is it the leak, I guess? But this is kind of what we needed. Anyway, give us more sick shit, right? Give us the other two characters already, and let me know in the comments what you guys think about everything. And tell me you're as hopeful as I am, because I have faith in the rest of the dev team that's still there. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Talk about Tokon later. Deuces.